You ever wake up tired even after a full 8 hours of sleep? Like you got water, you ate decent, you chilled, and somehow your brain still feels like it's running on 5%. Yeah. What if it's not your body that's tired? What if it's your mind being silently drained all day long? Here's the wild part. Most of the stuff eating up your energy, you don't even notice it. It's not just lack of sleep or too much coffee. It's decisions, noise, fake smiles, endless scrolling. Stuff that feels normal, but underneath, it's pulling the plug on your focus, motivation, and mood. And no, it's not just you. This is happening to pretty much everyone, but barely anyone talks about why it happens. Or what the heck to do about it. In this video, I'm showing you the hidden psychological reasons you feel drained even when you should have energy, and more importantly, how to recharge fast using real science. Backed fixes that actually bring your brain back online. Once you get this, you can hack your energy in a way most people never figure out. Let's dive right in. Let's start with one of the sneakiest energy drains you deal with every single day: decision fatigue. Ever stood in front of your closet for 10 minutes, staring blankly, because you just couldn't pick an outfit? That's not laziness. That's your brain hitting overload. The average person makes over 35,000 decisions a day, and every choice chips away at your mental battery. From what to wear, eat, respond to, scroll past, your prefrontal cortex is working overtime, and like your phone on 1%, it runs slower, gets less efficient, and eventually just crashes. That's why by 3 p.m., even small tasks feel too much. It's not you, it's biology. But once you understand this, you can fix it. Let's talk about something nobody warns you about: emotional labor. This is the invisible effort of pretending to be okay when you're not. Like smiling at work when you're frustrated, or keeping your cool during a tense conversation when you really want to scream. That mental filtering is exhausting. Your brain is constantly managing a mismatch between how you feel and how you act, creating what's called emotional dissonance. Over time, this fake it till you make it energy drain adds up, leaving you mentally wiped and emotionally burnt out. If you've ever come home after a normal day and felt like collapsing, this might be why. You're not dramatic. Your nervous system is maxed out and it's trying to tell you something. Here's something most people overlook. Your environment is draining you more than you think. Loud noises, cluttered spaces, constant background chaos. It's not just annoying, it's activating your stress response. Your brain was designed for survival, so even low-level stressors like traffic noise, messy desks, or harsh lighting make it feel like it's under attack. Over time, your body stays in a low-key fight or flight mode without you realizing it. That's why you feel tense at work or mentally foggy at home. You're constantly spending energy just trying to stay calm. It's not about being sensitive. It's about recognizing how your surroundings are silently draining your mental power, one day at a time. Let's talk about a silent energy killer: lack of purpose. It's that feeling where everything looks fine on the outside, but inside, you're running on empty. You go through the motions, check all the boxes, but there's no spark. That's not laziness. It's something called anhedonia, the brain's loss of interest in things that used to bring joy. When you don't feel connected to what you're doing, your brain produces less dopamine, the motivation chemical. Without it, even small tasks feel heavy. Over time, living without meaning drains you more than hard work ever could. Energy isn't just physical, it's emotional, and when life feels pointless, your mental fuel tank stays stuck on empty. Here's a big one we're all guilty of: digital overstimulation. Think endless scrolling, constant notifications, and jumping between apps every few seconds. It feels like relaxing, but your brain is in overdrive. All that screen time floods your brain with dopamine, the reward chemical, until it eventually burns out. Plus, the rapid fire info, pop-ups, and blue light overstimulate your prefrontal cortex, which controls focus and decision making. Over time, this leads to brain fog, low energy, and worse sleep. Ever feel totally drained after doing nothing but being on your phone? That's why. Your brain's been busy reacting, switching, and coping, non-stop. It's not boredom. You're overstimulated to the point of mental exhaustion. Last but definitely not least, unprocessed emotions are one of the quietest yet most powerful energy drains we face. When you push down stress, sadness, or anger instead of dealing with it, your body doesn't forget, it stores it. Suppressing emotions keeps your nervous system in a constant low-grade fight or flight state. Your brain's threat center stays alert, pumping stress hormones like cortisol long after the moment has passed. That's why you feel tense, tired, or moody for no obvious reason. It's like carrying emotional weight you didn't realize was still there. You're not weak or overreacting. Your body is trying to survive an emotional load it was never allowed to process, and that's draining every single day. All right, knowing what drains you is step one, but here's how we fix it fast. Let's flip the script and talk solutions. Starting with strategic breaks. Your brain isn't built to focus for hours straight. In fact, the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for decision making and concentration, starts to slow down after just 45 to 60 minutes of deep work. That's why you feel stuck or foggy after a long stretch of staring at the screen. But here's the fix: taking short, intentional breaks, just 5 to 10 minutes, can give your brain the reset it needs to bounce back stronger. Stretch, breathe, walk, do nothing for a minute. These quick pauses clear mental clutter and actually improve your focus afterward. Think of them like pit stops, small moments that keep your engine running smooth. Another fast-acting energy fix is mindfulness and meditation. When your brain's overloaded with thoughts, worries, and to-do lists, it burns through energy fast. But even a few minutes of mindfulness, just sitting quietly, breathing, and noticing what's going on inside, can shift your brain out of survival mode and into a calmer, more focused state. It's like hitting the reset button on your nervous system. Meditation lowers cortisol, your stress hormone, and boosts serotonin, which helps regulate your mood and energy. You don't need candles, chants, or an hour of silence. Just close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and be present. It's simple, but it gives your brain room to breathe, and that brings your energy back. Let's talk about one of the fastest mood and energy boosters out there: laughter. It's not just a reaction, it's a biological shift. When you laugh, your brain releases endorphins and serotonin, the chemicals that instantly lift your mood and reduce stress. At the same time, your cortisol levels drop, which helps your body relax and recover. Even fake laughter can trigger this response. Yes, seriously, watch a funny video, call a friend who cracks you up, or just smile more often. It sounds simple, but it works. Laughter activates the parasympathetic nervous system, bringing your body out of stress mode and into a calmer, more energized state. It's nature's mental reset, and it's free. Let's talk about a natural energy reset that's often overlooked: spending time in nature. Even just a few minutes outside can lower cortisol, calm your nervous system, and boost serotonin, in the chemical that helps regulate your mood and energy. Your brain responds surprisingly well to green spaces, soft sounds like rustling leaves, and natural light. It's like giving your mind a breath of fresh air. Studies show that walking through a park improves focus and mental clarity more than walking through a city block. No need for a full hiking trip. Just step outside, touch some grass, or sit near a tree. It reconnects you, grounds your thoughts, and helps your brain recharge fast. Let's talk about one of the most comforting energy boosters out there: pets. Whether it's a dog, cat, or even a hamster, spending time with animals triggers a flood of feel-good chemicals. Just petting a dog can lower cortisol and increase oxytocin, in the same bonding hormone released when you hug someone you love. It also boosts dopamine and endorphins, which instantly lift your mood and energy. That's why even 5 minutes with a pet can leave you feeling calmer, happier, and more focused. Don't have a pet? Watching cute animal videos or visiting a local shelter can have a similar effect. It's simple, powerful, and honestly, some of the most joyful therapy around. If you feel mentally and emotionally drained, one of the biggest culprits could be poor sleep. Sleep isn't just rest, it's when your brain repairs, resets, and recharges. During quality sleep, especially REM, your brain organizes memories, clears out waste, and restores emotional balance. Without enough of it, your focus, mood, and mental energy take a major hit. That's why even simple tasks feel harder after a bad night, and it's not just about hours, it's about quality. Blue light before bed, irregular sleep times, and late night stress can all mess with melatonin, your sleep hormone. Start winding down earlier, cut screen time before bed, and keep your sleep routine consistent. Your brain will thank you with clarity, energy, and focus. When it comes to mental energy, what you eat and drink matters more than you think. Your brain runs on glucose, so if your blood sugar crashes, so does your focus, mood, and motivation. Highly processed foods, sugary snacks, and skipping meals create spikes and dips that leave you drained. On the other hand, a balanced diet, think whole grains, leafy greens, healthy fats, and proteins, keeps your brain fueled and stable. And don't forget hydration. Even mild dehydration can make you feel groggy, sluggish, and foggy. Try this. Drink a glass of water first thing in the morning and add more whole foods to your plate. Fuel your brain like it matters, because it does. Energy starts from the inside. One of the most reliable energy boosters is physical activity. It doesn't have to be intense. Just moving your body can wake up your mind. Even a 15-minute walk gets your blood flowing, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to your brain, which improves focus, mood, and clarity. Exercise also reduces cortisol and increases dopamine, making you feel more motivated and mentally sharp. Plus, moving regularly helps you sleep better at night, which gives you more energy the next day. Whether it's a quick jog, a dance break, or a few stretches between tasks, it counts. The key is consistency. Your brain loves movement, and it rewards you with sharper thinking and a more energized, resilient mind. Here's one of the simplest yet most powerful energy shifts you can make: practicing gratitude. When you focus on what's going right instead of what's wrong, your brain actually rewires itself. Gratitude activates the prefrontal cortex and boosts dopamine and serotonin, the chemicals tied to happiness, motivation, and emotional strength. It also helps lower cortisol, reducing stress and tension in the body. And no, you don't need a fancy journal. Just take 60 seconds a day to name 3 things you're thankful for. Could be your morning coffee, a kind message, or even just clean air. Over time, this small habit trains your brain to scan for the positive, giving you more clarity, resilience, and surprisingly, more energy. Energy isn't just about doing less, it's about doing what actually restores you. Now that you know what's draining you, and how to get it back, you've got a blueprint most people don't even know exists. Keep it simple, stay consistent, and protect your energy like it matters. Because it does. If this helped you, drop a like, share it with someone who's always tired, and consider subscribing for more life-changing mindset shifts backed by science, not fluff. See you in the next one.